Welcome back to our show once again. My name is Mrs. Augustina Anyanwutina, and help me welcome my friend
Gloryezemma. Welcome back to our sweet home Africa. It's always a pleasure to have you as our viewer. So today we have another topic. Our topic today is why are some men abused in marriages? So we're going to give you some of what we know, in terms of insights on why some men are being abused in marriages. Because I know that abuse is both ways. It's not only women that are abused. Sometimes men are abused and they're miserable in some marriages. So my friend and I will bring out some of the points that we know. All right, my dear friend.
My dear.
Take it from there.
Yes, it is a reality that abuse can be both ways. And some women can literally abuse their husband, not because they want to. Some of them is because of anger, because some men seduce them, or they seduce the man. The seduction can be in both ways. Once you seduce them, entice them, show them the world, some of them will show their brothers or their bosses home, and they say that's theirs. And the vehicles, they want iPhone, you give it to them, everything they want that particular time, you make it available. Especially those that are, those that are outside the country, where they cannot verify the type of job you do. You lie to them. Some of them are bus drivers. I know you can make a living being a bus driver, but I'm not disrespecting any job. But when you know that you cannot afford all those things, you're living on credit card, then you make them, you beef yourself up. So when they come and know the reality, or you lose your job or any other thing, they can be angry. And then the cussing and the belittling and demeaning, because maybe because of you caused them their childhood boyfriend that wanted to marry them. So you entice them, furnish them with everything you think you have, and then they come to marry you. But when they get in, they see that you've been lying to them from the beginning. So that can, make them to be angry and start saying so many words, and fight and quarrel will be in the home.
Okay, so that's what I will call false impression. Because what happens is that when you're going to marry someone, it's good to tell them the truth instead of lying. Especially men that live in the Western world. Sometimes they travel to Africa and then they go to marry the young women in Africa. Instead of telling them exactly what you do, if you're a bus driver, just like my friend said, you tell the girl, look, I'm a bus driver. You won't go there and tell them that you're a doctor when you are not, or you're a lawyer when you're not. Unfortunately, when they come over here, they will discover that you're lying. And in that case, you wake up every morning with insults. She will call you all sorts of names in the world. She will abuse you emotionally, because you lied to her. So our advice to men is that tell your spouse to be the truth. If you have it, tell her. If you don't have it, tell her. So that at least prepare her ahead before she comes to meet you wherever you are, to prevent that abuse. So that's why a lot of men are being abused in marriages, because they started it on a wrong note.
14, yes.
So that's what I wanted to add with that one.
You're right. While the lie is going on, some of you have been married before, and you're not going to come out with the whole truth. So if somebody loves you, tell them they will marry you.
That's true.
All they need is the truth, so they can trust you. If the trust is no longer there, you're going to get abuse of your life. They will do it. So because from the beginning you started it on a shaky ground. So long as it's on a shaky ground, you think everything is money. When that money is not coming again the way she was expecting, the way you was treating her, the way she was receiving a lot, then that will be a problem. Because I know, even I'm saying, I know some drivers, we call it back home, we say madam, driver madam. So they will go out to look for a wife with a vehicle that their madam send them on an errand. So they will be doing that until they lure that person, that girl, that lady to marry them. And as they go back maybe to Lagos or anywhere in the States or in the country, anywhere they go within there, that's when little by little they're going to figure out that that vehicle do not belong to you, because on Sunday you're not coming home with that car. Every day the car cannot be in the mechanic, because they're going to figure it out. And by then you use your own hand to get a switch that she's going to whip you with. So like my friend said, honesty, truth is the only thing that will safeguard your marriage. Tell exactly who you are and what you are and your worth if you feel like doing that.
That's true. Because that's one thing that a lot of men don't know much about women in terms of, like, well, I love what my friend said. If someone loves you, even if you have been married before, you tell her the truth at the beginning and say, look, I've been married before, I have children somewhere. What you have done is that you have prepared her to welcome your children. But unfortunately, a lot of men will hide it. And then after a while, the woman will find out that they have children somewhere. And what will happen? That woman will say, I don't want your children here. I don't want this here. And then the whole world will be thinking that she's wicked. But the problem was you lied to her at the beginning. And when you lose that trust, it's very hard to get it back. So our young ones, even the ones that are still, getting ready to get married, tell your spouse the truth. If somebody loves you, they will love everything about you. If you tell the person the truth and the person said, I'm not going to marry you, you are lucky. You're better off finding out at the beginning, so that you can take to your heels right away.
Look for somebody.
Exactly.
Right?
Because there's someone somewhere that loves you and will love you with your whole package or your whole mess. So don't hide that mess for somebody to find out later. That's why a lot of men abuse in marriages, and they will not tell people the truth. Most of the time, the woman was tricked into the marriage with, false impression and then dishonesty. When she finds out, she will start yelling, she will start abusing, and then the whole world will not know why she's doing what she's doing. So please tell your wife to be the truth at the beginning.
My dears, we are saying that some people that have money or little money, if they want a particular lady, they want to marry that lady. Once they come and the lady say no, or I'm engaged somewhere, or I promise somebody else marriage, and then they will go through the corners. They will be bribing the parent of that girl. The girl said no. Why are you giving the parent money? To get them to win them over you, so that girl will not have peace until she marries you. Then you will be finding out who is this girl's friend. Then you will pay them, bribe them, give them money, so that they can be coming closer wherever, either at a bar or restaurant, or even in your guest house or your own house, so that the girl can see how affluent you are. So you'll be giving money, you'll be giving her a little gift, trying to win her over. So when that happens, from the onset, she do not love you. But due to pressure from every side, and she agreed to marry you, you know what you're gaining as soon as she come in, because she's not going to be a happy camper. And when your wife is not happy, she's not going to hide it from you. You will know. As we all know, when a woman is not happy, you will not have a happy home. So once you use lie to lure her in and she get there and she let her find out, you are not going to have a happy home, my friend.
Okay, so actually when you talked about a man using money to lure a woman, so it's almost like a chicken, and that's why they call women chick. Yes, so they're using money as corn. They throw it on the floor, and then it's like a money trail. And then that woman, like you said, doesn't love the man, but she's chasing the money. So she comes in following the trail of the money and then become your wife. All of a sudden, what did you bring home? You have brought someone that doesn't love you, that came to your house as a chicken to eat the corn. So the problem that you might have is that when that corn is finished, the woman will replace the corn with an abuse. So that's why a lot of men are being abused, because they went and took a woman and used money to lure the woman in. So please, if you're going to marry someone, don't use money, because money is not love. Money is different. Love is different. So you can give someone everything in the world, but if the person doesn't love you, she will still abuse you.
That's right.
And she will abuse you emotionally. She will abuse you physically. She will abuse you financially. Because what happens is that when you don't have money anymore, she might even end up getting a job. And then once she gets money, she might not give you her money. So please, once again, marry with love and not with money.
Okay,
That's
all right.
true.
And make sure the woman love you. If she said no, respect her own opinion, respect her feeling, respect her no. No does not mean yes. Money does not buy love.
That's true.
Money does not buy love. So be one, be smart.
Actually, while you were talking, when you finished, there's something that came to my mind. When
Go ahead.
When I said that, exactly. When I said marry with love, don't marry with money. Because when you look at it, most of the time, even people that embezzle money and then go into dubious lifestyles to get money, they're thinking that that woman, the only reason why she's there is because of that money. So they will go do everything. Even politicians in Africa that embezzle money, sometimes it just impress the women. So if you use love, love is cheap. What I mean by love is cheap is that it doesn't cost you anything to love someone. It's emotional. So, and you will be happy. But once you use money to marry someone instead of love, you will keep on struggling forever to maintain that relationship, because it's a fake relationship that is based on money.
Money.
That's what I wanted to add, my friend.
That's right. You are right. And that means when that money finish, that relationship will be over. Because there's nothing else that tie both of you together.
That's true.
But if you marry for love, that will be an everlasting thing until death do part.
That's true.
And that woman will be with you in thick and thin. She will be supportive. She will be your, let's say, somebody's pillow. You will be able to confide in her. Two of you will be able to bring up your family, and she will work with you. But if because of money, your present situation, you have the money, you think you can buy her and then make her to love you at the same time, that's not what women are for.
That's true.
They might pay dowry, but they are not, their love is not for sale. So marry for love. My friend, go ahead.
Exactly, because actually another one is marriage by contract.
Okay.
By contract. That means you don't love the person, but just because the person has a good job, or in a case, let's say she's a doctor, she's a lawyer. So the contract there is just that profession. And it's not even a mutual contract, because the lady herself doesn't know that you're marrying her because of her profession. So in that case, what happens when she comes to your home? Maybe she will start having children, and she decides that she's not going to go to work anymore. She doesn't want to stress herself anymore. What happens? You become annoyed, because in the first place, you married her by contract. There was no love. So just be honest. Don't go to someone because of their profession. Love someone for who they are. And then if the person has a good profession, it's fine. But if you bring someone, like we said, why we're saying this over and over is that a lot of men complain that women abuse them. But these are some of the reasons why women abuse you. Because once a woman finds out that you tricked her into marriage, you're going to be miserable forever. So you might as well do the right thing at the beginning. Go ahead, my friend, with a contract.
Yeah, while you talk about the contract, we know that sometimes parents can bring somebody because they know their parent, the girl's parents are good. You don't know anything about this girl. You never have any courtship with this girl, and she never had any with you because of the pressure from your parents. Or maybe you see your father is looking for a contract, physical contract from this girl's father. And then the only way for you you to get that contract is just to go and be an in-law of that man. Then eventually it's similar to the profession my friend is talking about. They thought you're there for your marriage, but you are there so that once you become the in-law, it will be easier for your own father to get the contract. Sometimes you might not know because you want to obey your father. Your father find a wife for you, or your mother find a wife for you because they have ulterior motive, because they want to get closer to the girl's father. So when that happens and you two got married, you don't know each other, you don't know the likes and dislike of this girl because he's a wealthy man's child. Now, at one point in time, you will take your wife home. Even if one of the in-laws donate a house, it will be both of you in that home. The father will go, the mother will go, everybody will go. Now the new couple. And now, because none of you know the likes and dislike of each other, the girl maybe is used to having a maid around the house. Right now, there's no maid. And guess who will be the maid? You. And now you're not going to like that. Problem will come from everything, and she is going to belittle you. Mental abuse, sexual abuse will be there because she's not going to let you touch her, because now you have a body odor because two of you might not be on the same level.
Exactly.
So too much problem will come. There will be financial what? Economic distress will be there because she's not going to be giving you money. If you think she will be going to her father to get money, or if she believes that only your father is funding everything, she will tell you you're not a man. And eventually she will start stressing your life out. As long as that marriage lingers, you will not be a happy camper. Marry somebody you know. Marry for love. Do not have another opinion behind your back or idea. Say, okay, let me go marry this girl or this woman or marry into this family in order to get XYZ, because you're going to be a miserable man as time goes by.
That is true. We're still on marriage by contract, because sometimes I remember people go to to other countries, and then they marry people based on their profession. Talk about that one. I know you always talk about that one.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So they go, especially people that live in the Western world, they go to Africa or any other country, and then they bring people in health profession.
Oh, yes.
Nurses, doctors, and they bring them over here. And then in that case, what they do is like a fake contract, like I said, because it's not mutual. The woman doesn't know why the man wanted to marry her, and the man doesn't know that the woman wants international passport. That's what I call it. And then the man wants to use the woman as a money cow. So when they live together, what happens? It's based on fake relationship. They'll be miserable because one, the woman will not be around most of the time because she'll be busy working, because you as a man want her to work, and because that's the reason why you married her in the first place. There was no love at all. So you'll be miserable because she won't be home all the time to cook. She won't be home to stay with you and give you the pleasure that you want. And then there will be friction. So that's why a lot of men are being abused, and they don't come out to say the truth, because the marriage was not based on love. It was based on fake contracts. Go ahead.
My dear, you are right. Why we are still on marrying because of a woman's profession, or because of... So once you go and marry somebody you don't love, because you get to the school and you want to know who is finishing that year. You go, you talk to them, they want to come to America. Okay, they want to go to London, anywhere they want to go. So when they get there, because first of all, you don't know this person, and she do not know you. In her mind, she think you have a skyscraper before she get here, not knowing that you're still living in an apartment. As soon as she get everything and get a job, what do? You want to go buy a house that even your own income cannot pay. Your 1 month income cannot pay the bill in the house. Now you subjected her to working day in, day out. She came with her own agenda, because if her parents are living in a mud house, she want to build upstairs for them. And you want to go and build upstairs for your own
family.
And the mortgage you have here is higher than your own income. So guess who you want to work double every day is that woman. And as she do that, she stress out. Some of them are pregnant working. Some of them have little children in the house, and you're nowhere to be found. So eventually, you travel maybe every year just to go show off. So when you come back, one day she's going to realize, what am I doing? Because the anger will be there, because she thought you had something before you even come to marry her. Not knowing that you've been here for donkey years and you still live in an apartment building. So eventually, when all those things have to get in her head, then you get home, you say, because I bring you to America. No. Like we say, tell the world the truth. Tell yourself the truth. Apologize to the person, because from the onset you lied to her.
Exactly.
When you are too big to do that, because you now eyeing somebody else, a younger person you want to marry, because you know that this one is not going to hold, because the lady now know exactly who you are, cussing and fighting, anger and bitterness in the home. By then you cannot even stay in that house, both of you, but because you never tell her the truth. You lured her into coming over here because you have a different agenda. And now there is problem. Now she become an American woman, a woman you brought out. Please, sir, you need to start telling each other the truth. Tell the woman the truth. Tell any other person you want to talk to the truth. So, my dear, I don't know if
actually, we're finished. We're finished. Just to round it up a little bit, because why are we bringing this up? It's very important, because a lot of people talk about abuse, and they talk about women abuse, but a lot of men are being abused too.
Yes.
So that's why we brought this up, to let you know some of the reasons that a lot of women abuse men.
Yes.
So if you can avoid it, because I mean, when it comes to abuse, everything is included, both physical. We know, we've seen women that even beat men too. So don't subject yourself to such abuse. If you know the truth at the beginning, find a spouse. And that's one thing about having fixed spouse. When you trick yourself into these contracts that you call marriage, you lose the love of your heart, because maybe there's someone out there that really loves you for who you are. But because you're trying to go through these corners and fake everything, and then you attach yourself to an enemy. That's what I call it. You end up attaching yourself to an enemy. So you're living in a house with an enemy. So please be honest to yourself. Find a spouse that loves you. And love is not physical. It's not what you see outside. It's not the car that you have, the money that you have, the profession. Love is internal. When you find someone that you love internally, that quality do not change no matter the circumstances. And the last part that I want to round this up is this. A lot of African men have derailed in marriage in one way or the other. What you could do, we have young ones that are growing up. Talk to them. Share your experiences with your children. Tell them what you have done wrong. And then, even if I know a lot of Africans, they're very secretive. But tell your children the truth, because it will guide them in life so that they can make good choices when it's time for them to pick spouses. And then they will not be miserable, because when you advise them that life is money, they chase money, and they use money to get chicks, like I said, and then the chick follow cash, but doesn't follow love. So tell them the truth so that the families can be at peace. And why is it important in Africa? When you are in a miserable marriage, you cannot rise to be the greatest that you're supposed to be in life. You'll be struggling emotionally just to be happy in the house. So you won't even have time to think of other things, other avenues to increase yourself potentially. So that's why it's very important. Please find love, and don't marry with money. Marry with love. My dear friend,
my dear,
I think we're done.
I think we did, give a piece of advice that love don't have to cost you that much money.
Yes.
And the honesty from the beginning, no matter how the world goes around, spin around, honesty, respect, They do not cost money.
That's true.
Start with honesty from the beginning, because if you start with lies, it will cost you more lie to cover lies.
That's true.
And at the end, you cannot cover it, because it will cost you your peace. It will cost you everything you get, because this woman will take it upon herself to make sure she bring you to the open, degrade you, call you names, and do whatever she had to do as a revenge, because she is not happy. We can have a happy home. It will not cost us anything if we start with honesty, respect, and then make sure your dignity of self-worth is being preserved. So let's work on it, and we're going to have a happy home all the way.
Thank you. And before we conclude, there's something that came up to my mind now, because a lot of people have tangled themselves in these fake marriages already. And they're listening to us and they're like, okay, what do we do? It is not too late to kneel down and apologize to your wife. Even if you don't have to kneel down. Oh, you should kneel down, because they kneel down to propose.
Some of them.
Men, a lot of men kneel down to propose to the spouses. So what you could do, you can kneel down, or you can
just talk to her.
Talk to her. Be honest. Tell her, I'm so sorry. This is what happened, and this is the reason why I did this and did this and did this. But please don't use lie to cover lies. Just tell her the truth. I am telling you, many women that will still love you. And a lot of women will like the truth once you say the truth, because many women are suspicious. So they might be suspecting something, and that's what is keeping them miserable. That's why they're abusing you and doing this. So if you come out straight and tell them the truth, you will find out that they will love you even better for telling them the truth, and your life will be much sweeter with her. That's how I wanted to conclude it, my friend.
My dear,
I don't know if you have more things.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. We just want peace.
Yes.
Because peaceful homes will raise up peaceful children. And peaceful children, leaders of tomorrow, we are going to have peace in the country.
That's true. Thank you so much for watching us at our Sweet Home Africa, where we bring some of the challenges that we're facing, and then we offer simple advice that we believe that will help our people and help our government. So continue to subscribe to our channel, so that every week when we push out a video, it will come straight to your phone without you having to wait for somebody else to forward it to you.
That's right.
So watch us again next week
at our Sweet Home Africa. So subscribe, as my friend said. Subscribe.
Yes.
All right. Leave your comments. We appreciate each and every one of you for your time in watching us. Thank you. God bless you.